Hello, it is May 13th, 2024, and this is our Q&A coaching call. I did have a couple questions come through, but I don't have anybody with me live in the meeting today, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of start chatting. And if anybody jumps in, I will let you in. Today, the questions came from people who have joined my mentorship group. I have 2 more spaces available in this mentorship group. A lot of us are just getting started this week. We started it last week, but due to unforeseen circumstances, I was not as available as I had hoped to be. So a lot of people are just jumping in. So if you want to get in on that mentorship group, I had room for 10. I have 8 in the group, so I have room for 2 more women to jump in on the mentorship group, which includes a little more guided support from myself and a mentor who has done the program before. It is still a self-guided program, but I will be far more available in this chat community to help women as they are beginning their self-guided program in the Prescription to Pause. The Prescription to Pause is the free 7-lesson program that is offered in the self-care and wellness for the caregiving woman community, and it is designed to be a education in yourself. It's designed to help you learn how to set the boundaries that you need to make yourself a priority, to begin to take care of your mind, your body, and your spirit, and to act as the foundation for a holistic wellness program. I'm Katie Fry, a family nurse practitioner and creator of the Unlock program, which is the foundation of the Prescription to Pause program. Actually, the Prescription to Pause is the foundation of the Unlock program. The Unlock program is the more advanced medical-based self-care and wellness program designed to find an integrative health or holistic health balance for you as an individual. So many times we as women place importance of everything besides ourselves as a priority, and we never actually take the time to take care of ourselves. We don't get our healthcare questions answered. We don't get the things that we need from our healthcare provider. So I am here to act as a guide and as a support system, as a mentor, and even as a healthcare provider if you should choose to continue to work with me. There are a couple of ways we can work together. The first is in the self-guided program, the Prescription to Pause. That is found in the guides of the self-care and wellness program. If you open the guides at the top of your Facebook group, you will find a banner and it will say guides. And there are a couple of videos, the last Q&A session I showed where to find it, and in the Start Here video. So if you go in the guides, you will find every week of the Prescription to Pause program. That is completely free. It comes with no strings attached. And like I said, I have room for 2 women in my mentorship group for this first round. I will probably open another mentorship group in June. So if you're not quite ready, you can hold that thought until June. The complimentary holistic wellness visit is a 20-minute visit where we get to know each other. We can discuss your goals. We can see what your concerns are health-wise and see if what I do is a good fit for you. We will come up with a couple of goals for you to work towards achieving over the next 90 days, and we will decide if we are a good fit and if we can come to some solutions for you. The second way to work with me is in the Unlock Your Wellness visit. That is a 90-minute visit where we go very in-depth into your health history, your health concerns, your health goals. We discuss your root causes. We uncover your root causes. We decide on numerous goals for you to work towards with actionable steps. And we discuss any labs that might be of benefit for you. So if you are ready to jump in, you want to know what is going on in your body and how do you make change in that, the Unlock Your Wellness visit is the perfect place to do that. The links to schedule both of those are also in the guides in the How to Work With Me Guide 1. So you can find the links to schedule both of those in the guides as well. Everything you need to work with me is in the guides. The third way to work with me is after you complete the Prescription to Pause program. The Unlock program will be beginning in late June, early July. Due to that family event, I've had to push some things back, so I am not starting a May cohort. We will be pushing that back to June or July. So you're not too late to get into the Prescription to Pause and then move right into the Unlock cohort, where we will do deep dives, create individual health and wellness plans for you, talk about exactly what your body is needing to heal, to relieve yourself from autoimmune and inflammatory conditions, to take care of nutrition and gut health and nutritional deficiencies. We will target all of the root causes in that. If you have questions about what is root cause, in the guides as well, you can find my episode series on root cause and what am I talking about when I use that phrase. Everything you need is in the guides. So today I want to address a couple of the questions. The first question is where do I find the prescription to pause? And I think I just pretty much explained that. That is going to be in the guides, and it starts in guide 3. Guide 1 is going to be how we work together. Guide 2 is going to be these coaching sessions as they happen every other week. And guide 3 is going to be the start of the prescription to pause. You start at week 1 and you work your way through. You start at lesson 1. Sorry, I didn't name them weeks because some people it might take more than a week to do each lesson. But you start at lesson 1 and you work your way through. There are assignments that break each of these steps into bite-sized, no more than 15 to 30-minute chunks through the first 7 weeks. So I don't have time, doesn't have to be your reason for not taking care of yourself anymore. We work together in the first 2 weeks to find those pieces of time where you can make yourself a priority. The second question that came to me today from Colleen, and I am going to go ahead and just read that. Oh, I lost it. Colleen says, I've been working on trying to heal my body, gut, and mind, and I'm having a tough time recently digging into what is beneficial and what is just a fad and where to find good and valid information. This is really hard, and there's a lot of really good and there's a lot of really scammy information out there. And what I've done, and the reason you're here, is to take all that information that's available out there and condense it into a place where you can find it. So there are some really good resources out there. I like Aviva Ra. I like Datis Karazian. I like Isabella Wentz. And there are a couple people out there who are mostly just there to sell supplements. Anybody that is requiring you to buy hundreds and hundreds and hundreds to thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars of supplements in order to heal your body is just trying to sell you supplements. They might come with good base information, but everything that needs to be done with our bodies can be done with minimal purchase of things that we add into our bodies. We certainly need to make changes in how and what we eat. We certainly need to make changes in how and what we move. And there might very well be some supplements that are beneficial to our body. But to blanket state that everyone needs to do this 10-step, 30-supplement program that costs $1,000 a month is not medicine. Anything that is being done as an MLM with coaches is concerning, because what you have there is people who have no training in health, no training in medicine, no experience in reading and reviewing labs, no ability to prescribe or diagnose, telling you what supplements and what systems to put in your body. Are there personal trainers and fitness coaches and wellness coaches out there who are not licensed professionals who have good information? Of course there are. I would say they're the exception to the rule. There is no certification or licensure for the term health and wellness coach. So anybody can do it. You can do a 6-week program online and get a certificate that says you're a certified health and wellness coach. So those are places that I would be wary. There's lots and lots and lots of peer-reviewed, evidence-based, healthcare managed research out there about holistic and integrative medicine. There are naturopaths who are medical doctors who truly have education and training in holistic and integrative medicine. There are integrative nurses, integrative doctors, integrative therapists who have gone to school to teach and to care in these modalities. That is where I would prefer you get this information. I am not a certified integrative professional. I am not a certified health coach. I am a board certified nurse practitioner. My research is done based on peer-reviewed studies. My practices are based on information that is broadly and widely accepted as integrative and naturopathic. I integrate traditional medicine and medical practices and care with more holistic or naturopathic or integrative topics. So that is where I come in, and that is what I'm here to do, is help people make sense of all the stuff that's out there. There's really nothing that I teach that you can't Google and find online in a million different places. I've just taken it all, put it into a easy to digest program format. We target every root cause in the Unlock program, and we start based on the symptoms that you're experiencing and the root causes that are at the base of what you're experiencing. I don't necessarily think that the diagnosis is as important as the root cause and the symptoms and how we heal that. How do we make that feel better? The name of what you're experiencing, whether that's Hashimoto's thyroiditis or PCOS, is not as important to me in integrative medicine as it would be in traditional medicine, because my first go-to is not to prescribe you a pill. It's to look at what things in your life can we make adjustments to. So I'm not as worried about diagnosis in this program as I am about understanding where your problems are coming from. If we are not targeting your problems, then we can certainly look further at diagnosis. And if I am licensed in your state, I can do that. And if I can't, we can certainly find someone who is, to work together towards a diagnosis and appropriate prescriptions. I am not at all opposed to medicine. In fact, some things medicine is a decent starting point where we can get symptoms under control and then start working. As far as gut health goes, gut health is extraordinarily important in the overall health of our body. Our gut is the primary center of healing, of wellness, of mental health, of physical health. It's super important, but it's not the first thing I target. It is a very broad category, and we start a little slower. We start with sleep, we start with stress management, and we start with hormone and blood sugar balance, because when we do those three things as a foundation, which is what we're targeting in prescription to pause, we begin the cycle of healing the gut. Once we get through that, then we start looking at food sensitivities, nutrition deficiencies, genetic mutations that might be at play. We start working on what probiotics and what other things do we need as far as digestive enzymes or gut healing modalities do we need to do. So I will never discount the importance of gut health. It's extraordinarily important, but it's also a pretty big topic. And until we start to lay that foundation, until we build the basement of health, we can't heal our gut, because if we are still stressed out, our gut is going to be affected. If we are not sleeping, our gut is going to be affected. So that is not the first place we start. And that is why I've written Unlock the way I have, in a step-by-step format. I don't tell people, oh, let's just focus on this one thing. Let's focus on this one thing. Because the thing we have to understand is that health and wellness is a total. Health and wellness is not just one thing is wrong or this is wrong. It is, there are imbalances everywhere, and we need to focus on getting everything balanced all at one time. I have several resources about root cause, like I said, in the guides. And if you do the prescription to pause program and then you join me in the Unlock program, we will 100% target all of those root causes, including gut health. The best things to look for as far as what are reliable sources, you're going to use the same things you would use if you were researching anything else. .org websites, not .coms. .coms are going to be, people, and I'll admit, like me, even I have a .com, not a .org. I am not a .org provider. I am using .org research to create my program. If you're looking to DIY, use .orgs because they're going to be the organizations that are using the research. Look for peer-reviewed studies in nursing journals, in wellness journals, and psychology journals to find the basis. Look for authors and writers who are using that information as well in their presentation. Seek out people who are not just trying to sell you supplements and drugs and medications, because supplements and drugs and medications are not the answer for most of us. For most of us, it comes down to understanding our bodies, listening to what our bodies are telling us, and being able to synthesize that information in a way that makes sense for our life. So if you have a resource that you really like and you'd like me to check it out, tell you if it's something worth listening to, worth reading to, I'm happy to do that. Bear in mind that there are a lot of us in this field right now that are perfectly reliable sources of information. We are not the ones creating the research. So just because someone is a nurse or a nurse practitioner or a doctor doesn't mean they're not a reliable source of information. You just have to look at what their end ulterior motive is, what they're teaching, how they're taking credit for it, and what their ultimate goal is. My ultimate goal is to get women into my program so that we can begin to heal our minds, our bodies, and our spirits. I wrote this program for myself. I invited my friends to join me, and we've had some pretty awesome success and healing as far as women in my circle are concerned. So that is what I'm here for. I'm here to take all that information that's out there and that's overwhelming, pick what's good, scrap what's not, synthesize it all into bite-sized pieces of information and bite-sized steps so that you can have the healing of the mind, the body, the spirit that you are looking for. That was my two primary questions today. Since nobody has jumped into the call, I am going to take this time to spend a little time on myself. It's been a very rough week. For those of you who don't know, my father passed away unexpectedly last week. And so this week I am also focusing on taking care of myself and my mind and my body and my spirit. So I'm going to cut this visit a little bit short. I hope that you all will join me in 2 weeks for our next call. Make sure you get your questions in the event so that I can answer any questions you have. And if you have any questions in the meantime, feel free to post them here in the group, ask them on this thread, jump into the mentorship group that still has room for 2 people. And I look forward to helping you on your healing journey. Thanks. Bye-bye.